Tressa Hughes, pitcher, Dixon, Missouri.
Katie Moore, utility, Caseyville, Illinois.
Taylor Barnes, outfield, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Skylar Barlow, third base, Dupa, Illinois.
Sahara Polly, outfield, St. Charles, Missouri.
Abby McAteer, outfield, Cedar Hill, Missouri.
Amanda Valawald, utility, Warrenton, Missouri.
Caitlin Williams, pitcher, Troy, Missouri.
Cameron Clark, pitcher, first base, Imperial, Missouri.
Paige Pauley, outfield, St. Charles, Missouri.
Hannah Chambliss, second base, St. Louis, Missouri.
Morgan Loggins, catcher, Waynesville, Missouri.
Christina Bettis, pitcher, infield, Swansea, Illinois.
Abby Rollet, outfield, Perryville, Missouri.
Savannah Williams, infield, Winsville, Missouri.
Allison Tucker, shortstop, Farmington, Missouri.
Allison Murphy, catcher, outfield, St. Charles, Missouri.
Abby Tiemann, outfield, O'Fallon, Missouri.
Welcome everyone. We are underway between Jefferson College and East Central College. And Christina Bettis is the starting pitcher today for Jeffco. That was ball one and now ball two. Bettis is a freshman, and she's 5-2 so far this season with a 1.67 ERA. And that's fouled off, 2-1. So thanks for being here on JCTV. This is Matt Keeney with JCTV, and thanks for joining us here on YouTube, Vimeo, or if you're still watching on Charter Cable 989. And now things are 2-2, and the leadoff hitter for East Central is Marissa Boyd. She's the center fielder. And she just stays alive. The Lady Vikings are 13-6 so far this year. And there's a grounder. Skylar Barlow will take it and get the out, one away.
Now batting third baseman number 14, Katie Goss.
And that brings in Katie Goss, the third baseman. So bunt, lays it down. Bettis will take it herself, and 2 out. Alyssa Moore, the second baseman, will hit third. One and 0. That's low, so it's 2-1 on Moore. Now 2-2. Cameron Clark's at first today for Jeffco. Hannah Chambliss at second. Allison Tucker at short, as that's fouled off. Skylar Barlow at third base. And then in the outfield from left to right, Abby McAteer, Abby Tiemann, and Allison Murphy. Behind the plate, it's Morgan Loggins. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Here it comes, and struck her out. First strikeout for Bettis. Top of the order up next for the Vikings. It'll be Tucker, Tiemann, and McAteer. The Lady Vikings come to the plate for the first time here in the bottom of the first. Maya Street is the starting pitcher for East Central. And up first, Allison Tucker, the shortstop. She's a freshman from Farmington. And she's hitting .474 on the year as the leadoff hitter with an on-base percentage of .512. She's stolen 15. She leads the team. And that's outside. 3-0 on the leadoff hitter. And she'll have a hitter's count here. And she'll watch it go by for ball 4. So leadoff runners on for Jeffco, and it's Abby Tiemann. Tiemann's a sophomore from O'Fallon, Missouri. She's hitting .413. And shows bunt. And takes that. And she'll sit in that. Left side, it's through. Base hit. They might have a play at third, but no fielder was at the bag, and that means Tiemann advances to second. So runners on second and third with nobody out for the cleanup hitter, Abby McAteer.
Number 11, Abby McAteer.
So the Vikings already threatening in the bottom of the first. That's ball 1. Abby McAteer, sophomore from Cedar Hill. She went to Northwest High School. Has a .443 average, 2 home runs, 24 driven in, and it's 2-0. So Tucker reached on a walk. Tiemann with a single. Both were able to advance to second and third, and that's fouled off, 2-1. It looked like the Falcons would have a play at third, but a fielder just couldn't get to the bag, so that allowed Tiemann to be there on second. And McAteer is ahead in the count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Beautiful day for softball, not much wind. And now a full count. And popped up, carried farther than I thought. It will be caught in center field, but the Vikings will get on the board with a sacrifice fly as Allison Tucker comes around to score. It's 1-0.
Making her way to the plate, designated player, number 32, Abby Rolay.
So that brings Abby Rolay in. She's the designated player today, essentially DHing for the Vikings. And that one catches the outside corner for strike 1. Rolay's a sophomore. She's from Perryville. And she has a robust .508 batting average. Outside. So 1 away, Vikings lead it. 1-0. Tiemann still on second. And the 1-1 is hit in the air to left. It will be in foul ground, and it finds foul territory out there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rolay leads the team in RBI with 27. She's hit 3 home runs. And she's called out on strikes for out number 2.
Next up, your
First strikeout for Street. And Cameron Clark, the first baseman, comes to the plate. She's a freshman from Barnhart and Windsor High. She's hitting .400, leads the team with 4 homers and 21 RBIs. The 4 homers is the team lead, but RBIs isn't. And it's 1-1. So 2 outs. Teeman did advance to third. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's inside, and it's a dead ball. She made contact, and then the ball hit her somewhere after that. So 2-2. 2 outs, runner on third. Vikings lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Full count. If Clark can reach and drive in Teeman, then it's the catcher, Morgan Loggins. And there's a grounder to short. It's handled, and that will do it. But the Vikings do jump on top, 1-0 on a sacrifice fly from Abby McAteer. Mallory Feldworth, the shortstop, will stand in to start the second inning. Christina Bettis back to work. She retired the Falcons 1-2-3 in the first, and there's strike 1. After Feldworth, it's Lauren Grunwald and Jamie Kluba. That one's hit in the air, right side, and it's dropped. And just into second is Feldworth. So that one drifted a little bit. And in and out of the glove of Allison Murphy out there. So runner on second with no outs for the catcher Grunwald. So the wind is picking up a bit now. I said last inning it was pretty calm, and it was, but the wind played a role on that one. So it's 1-0. And 2-0. Grounder right back to Bettis. She looks back the runner at second, gets the out at first. So 1 out for Kluba.
31, Seeley Friend.
Oh, excuse me. There's been a change from the lineup that was announced. This is Seeley Friend. And that's hit just past the third baseman, Barlow. So there will be runners at the corners with 1 out.
Right fielder number 22, Jamie Kluba.
Now it's Kluba. I had skipped a spot. So now Kluba stands in with 2 runners on. And there's a strike. 0-2. That evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Friend is on first after the single. And that's a good stop from Morgan Loggins in the dirt, and we have a full count. That is hit in the air, right side, and the catch is made, and the runner is looked back. So the Vikings have a chance to get out of this jam. So nice play there by Hannah Chambliss to trek back and make that catch. And that's outside. So this is Corey Fielder. And that is fouled off. Now 2-1. Sharply hit foul. So even count, 2-2, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for East Central. And another foul. Now full count, that just missed. And there's a grounder taken by the shortstop. Outs made, Vikings get out of the jam and lead it 1-0. Here is Morgan Loggins, the Vikings catcher. She's a freshman from Waynesville, Missouri. She'll look at strike one. Loggins is hitting .396. Way outside, 1-1. She has 3 homers on the year, 18 RBIs. Vikings have a good lineup. Loggins pops it up. Third baseman calls for it and makes the catch. Skylar Barlow, the third baseman, will stand in. She's a sophomore from Dupo, Illinois. She also has 3 home runs and 18 RBIs, just like Loggins. send that back over the backstop for strike one. Now it's 1-1. One ball, two strikes. That evens it up. Beautiful day for a ball game. Still plenty of chances to come out and see the Vikings in person. And I encourage you to do so. You can find the full schedule at jeffco.edu/athletics. And that one is slugged into left center, and it's caught. Thought it had a chance to get down or even get out, but that is out number 2. So on April 4th, Mineral Area College will be here for a 2 o'clock doubleheader. On April 5th, St. Charles Community College will be here, same time, 2 p.m. And now it's Allison Murphy, the right fielder, with 2 down. And the 1-0. 1-1. A lot of games coming up here in early April. Kaskaskia is here on April 7th. That's a 1 o'clock doubleheader start. Missouri Baptist is here on April 8th. And then several other games after that. So, again, you can find the schedule online. It's 2-1. And Murphy, fly ball, and that will get down. So runner on first for Hannah Chambliss. We'll round up the lineup for the Vikings. Chambliss is the second baseman, and she's a freshman from St. Louis and Oakville High School. And there goes Murphy. She's in there with a steal. It's Murphy, excuse me. That's her 5th stolen base. One and 0. Now it's 2-1. 2 outs. Murphy on second after the single and the steal. Excuse me, 3-1. And Chambliss in the air to center. And the catch is made. So the Vikings strand a runner. They lead it 1-0. It's the 9th place hitter, Meg Barger, for East Central. We're into the 3rd inning now. The 0-1. 0-2. Bit high for ball 1. So the Falcons threatened last inning, but stranded a couple of runners. Things started off with a fielding error in right field, and Fettleworth made it to second on that. But Bettis and the Vikings got out of the jam. And it's 2-2 now. Waves at it and fouls it off. And another foul. So still 2-2. As Barger is hanging in there against Christina Bettis. Bettis also plays some first base for the Vikings, and that's popped up and foul over the backstop. And struck her out. So a good at bat from Barger, but Bettis gets the strikeout swinging for out number 1. So now we're back to the top of the lineup, and Boyd, she's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Inside. Two and 0. Two and 2 after a couple of swings and misses from Boyd. That one's well hit, but McAteer makes the play. 2 down.
Now batting third baseman Katie Goss.
And now the third baseman, Katie Goss, will stand in. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out to the pitcher last time. There's 2 outs, and there's strike 1. Quickly 0-2 on Goss. And got her. 2 strikeouts In the inning for Bettis. Here is Tucker to begin the Vikings half of the third. She walked and scored the Vikings' only run, and she'll foul that away. And that was back in the first inning. Abby McAteer drove her in on a sacrifice fly. One and one. One and two. Here comes from Street, and that's outside. Ball two. And that one hit very well out to left, and it's down at the wall. So Tucker is on again, and she's on second.
Center fielder, Abby Tiemann.
Now Abby Tiemann, she's 1 for 1. She had a base hit back in the first inning. And there goes the runner, and she slides around the tag, and Tucker has a stolen base. Second stolen base for Jeffco. And Tiemann's ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Head coach Tony Cook calling out a play as Tiemann checks her wristband. And the 2-0. 3-0. That one catches the corner, 3-1. Abby McAteer is on deck. And there's a walk. So runners at the corners with nobody out.
Next up, left fielder.
That's the second walk charge to Street, and the Falcons will talk things over in the circle. We'll be right back. 2 on, nobody out for Abby McAteer. She drove in the Vikings' only run thus far with a sacrifice. She'll show bunt and pull it back. And there goes the runner, and she's safe, and the Vikings will score run number 2 as Tucker came home on the throw. And it's fouled off, 1-1. Popped way high, and the catcher had a play, but it would have been a tough one right up on that fence. So it's 1-2. And McAteer, a liner right to short. Runner's able to get back.
Next up, your designated player, Abby Rolay.
So here is Rolay. She's 0 for 1. She struck out looking in the first. It's 2-0 Vikings. After a couple of steals. And there's a strike. Tiemann walked, stole second, and then during that throw, and she beat it out, of course, Tucker swiped home to score the Vikings' second run. And Tiemann is being a pest out there, drawing the attention of the Falcons. And that one is line but foul. So that is Tiemann's 14th steal. Tucker with 16 and 17. Now it's 1 and 2. Street delivers. And Rolay waves at it. And there's a fly ball, left field, and it's over the head of the left fielder. The Vikings will score a third run as Tiemann comes around on an RBI double from Abby Rolay.
Next up for the Vikings, first baseman Cameron Clark.
That brings in Cameron Clark, who's 0 for 1. Strike one. So a couple of well-hit balls to left field this inning. Tucker started it off with a double. She ended up scoring. Tiemann walked, stole a base, and scored on the second double of the inning from Rolay, both over the head of the left fielder. Time's called. It's a 1-1 count, 1 out. Vikings now up by 3. That's foul. 1-2. Two and two. Foul back. Full count. After Clark, it's Morgan Loggins. And another walk. Second in the inning.
Your catcher, Mo Loggins.
Now Loggins, 0 for 1. She lined out the third last time. Skylar Barlow is on deck. Only one out. Runners on first and second. And strike one right down the middle. Oh, and 2. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third. Vikings lead it 3-0 and threatening again with 2 runners on base. And Loggins smokes that left field. That's a base hit that will roll to the wall. The Vikings will add 1 more. Rollet scores the Vikings' 4th run. Now Clark is at third. Loggins made it to second. So Barlow will hit with 1 out and 2 in scoring position. She's 0 for 1 with a fly out. It was well hit, but caught as time is granted. One and 0. That one's in the air to center, and it drops. The Vikings will score their 5th as Cameron Clark comes in.
Next up, right fielder Allison Murphy.
And Loggins advances to third. So runners at the corners for Murphy, who's 1 for 1. Still only 1 out. And the bunt rolls foul. And it will stay there. Here comes the 0-1. That's high. Hannah Chambliss is on deck. And then it would be back to the top of the order and Allison Tucker, who began this inning. 1 and 2. Outside, 2 and 2. And Murphy sends that to center. It will get down, and the Vikings will have their 6th run as Loggins comes around, and it still remains 2 on second and third with only 1 out.
Next up, second baseman Hannah Chambliss.
So here's Chambliss, who's 0 for 1, and again, East Central will go into the circle, and we'll take a quick break. Maya Street will remain in the game. Vikings lead at 6-0, still only 1 out. Here's Chambliss, and she will send one to third. It is handled, and the out is made. Nice throw and nice pick from the first baseman, so 2 away. We're back to the top of the order. The Vikings have batted around here in the bottom of the third. Here's Tucker. She began the inning with a double and stole a couple bags, including home, after a throw. And she'll pop that in the air. And it really travels into left, and the catch is made for the third out. So the Vikings do strand 2, but they add 5 more. They lead at 6-0. We go to the fourth. Alyssa Moore will come to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that's inside, ball 1. Vikings lead at 6-0 now. Christina Bettis is back to work to begin her 4th inning. She struck out 3. No walks. She's only given up 1 hit. Runner also did reach on an error. And now it's 2-1. Three and 1. And that catches the outside corner, so full count. And another strikeout for Bettis as she chased that one.
Shortstop, Mallory Feldworth.
So 4 strikeouts for Bettis. It's Malworth, the shortstop, who reached on the air and was stranded at third, and that's low and inside, ball 1. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. And that one's hit well into left, and McAteer tracks it down to make a nice catch. So 2 away for Lauren Grunwald, the catcher for East Central. And there's strike 1. The 1-1 is in the air, to right. Allison Murphy comes in and makes the catch. The Falcons go in order. Vikings lead at 6-0. So it's Abby Tiemann to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. She's been on base 2 times. She walked once and had a single, and she scored a run. And there's strike 1. Maya Street back in there. And Tiemann sends one in the air. Shortstop tracks it down, and there's 1 out.
Next up, left fielder, Abby
Now Abby McAteer. Ball one low. The sophomore McAteer had a sac fly. She also had a pop out. That's inside, 2-0. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. And McAteer fouls that back. And that's fouled back, so still 2-2. Abby Rollet is on deck. She doubled and scored in the third. And that one right to third, catch is made, 2 away.
Designated hitter, Lady Falcons.
So Abby Rollet, the sophomore, will hit with 2 out, no one on, and that one is into left and a nice diving catch made. Did she get it? The ump says she did. You may not have seen that on the camera here, but it was a nice catch. So the Vikings are retired, and they lead at 6-zip. We go to the 5th. Celie Friend, the DH, will start things off, and she's 1 for 1 with a single. And it's 1-1. Here it comes from Bettis, 2-1. Bettis has been pitching excellently today. And that's grounded to short and takes a bad hop. So Friend will be on to begin this top of the 5th.
Next up, right fielder Jamie Kluba.
Jamie Kluba, the right fielder, will come up. She's 0 for 1. Strike 1. So Bettis has 4 strikeouts. 3 runners have reached. As they'll throw down to first, she's back. No runs, no walks. It's 0-2. And another strikeout. Number 5.
First baseman Corey Fieldler.
Corey Fielder, the first baseman, will now hit. She's 0 for 1. And that one is into left center. It will drop. So 2 on and 1 out for Meg Barger.
Left fielder Meg Barger.
Inside, nice stop by Loggins. Barger 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One ball and 1 strike. Excuse me, 2-0. And now 3-0. 1 away, runners on first and second. And a 4-pitch walk, the first today for Bettis. And that will mean the bases are loaded with 1 out for Marissa Boyd, the center fielder. She's 0 for 2. And we're back to the top of the order for East Central. And that's inside, ball 1. So probably the biggest jam the Vikings have been in today. They'll talk things over in the circle briefly. East Central did have runners at the corners back in the second. The Vikings got out of that. But now we have bases loaded with only 1 out. And it's 2-0. So the inning began with a grounder to short. It took a bad hop. Then a strikeout. Then fielder reached on a single and Barger walked, and there's a strike, so it's 2-1 on Boyd. And 2-2 as that's fouled back. And that's through. East Central will be on the board. Seeley Friend came around to score the first run for the Lady Falcons. And still bases loaded, still only 1 out. Katie Goss will come to the plate. She is 0 for 2. And that one's hit to right field, and that gets down. It will go to the wall. 1 is in. Here comes a second, and that will be it. As the runners stay put now, second and third with 1 out, and it's 6-3.
Now batting, second baseman Alyssa Moore.
So a double for Goss. Fielder and Barger came around to score. Now Alyssa Moore, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and she will hit that foul. That's out of play. Another foul, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 from Bettis and a strikeout. And that's a big one. Her 6th. So now 2 down
Valerie Feldworth.
for Feldworth. That's inside, and Loggins keeps it in front of her. So 2 away. Now it's 6-3. Runners on second and third. And that catches the outside corner of the plate. 1-1. And that one is hit well, and it will get through. Another run scores to make it 6-4. The throw will come into third base. Now runners at the corners. Boyd scored on that. And Grunwald will come to the plate, the catcher. She's 0 for 2 as well. But East Central, its offense has come alive here in the 5th inning. Strike 1 there. If Grunwald can reach, then the Falcons will have batted around in this inning. Seeley Friend is on deck. She started things off. 0-2. Feldworth at first. Goss at third, excuse me. It's 0-2. And it's in the dirt. And Feldworth will advance to second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. East Central has scored 4 runs here in the top of the 5th. And inside and low. So 2-2. Here it comes. And another one in the dirt. Loggins throws down to third, but runner is back. Full count now on Lauren Grunwald, the catcher. And that will score another run, and the throw gets away, and that means it's a tie game. So, tough situation there. Grounder to short. The runner was essentially right in front of the shortstop. So would have scored 1 anyway, but then the throw was past the first baseman to tie things up at 6. And so now it's Friend to bat with 2 outs and a runner on second. One and 1. That one is hit well, but foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that misses. 2-2. And right back to Bettis, and she makes the grab. And they'll throw down to first anyway, but certainly looked like she caught it. But East Central has a big inning. They score 6 runs. We're tied at 6. Vikings come to the plate in a second. It's a whole new ball game, 6-6 after East Central scores 6 in the top of this inning. Now we're in the bottom of the 5th, and Cameron Clark will come to the plate and lead it off for the Vikings. She is 0 for 1 with a walk, and she scored a run in the 3rd. And there's strike 1. Maya Street still pitching for the Lady Falcons. One and one. And that one is hit well, but very foul. So 1 and 2. Two and 2. And now a full count. And that's foul. Here comes the 3-2, and it's popped up into left. 1 out.
Now coming to the plate, your catcher, Mo Loggins.
It is Loggins now. She is 1 for 2. So Street ran into some trouble, certainly in the 3rd, but she's settled down. She's retired the last 5 Vikings that she's faced. And Loggins will hit one just past the 3rd baseman, so that streak has ended. As Morgan Loggins is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. So now Barlow will come in. She's 1 for 2. Wind picks up. And that's outside, and there goes Loggins. And she's in there. The ball goes into center, but the center fielder was there to back up. So stolen base for Loggins. Now Barlow has a chance to drive in a run. One and one. And that will get down, and that will get to the wall. Skylar Barlow will slide into second, and she makes it in there, and she's put the Vikings on top as Loggins comes around to score. It's 7-6.
Right fielder Allison Murphy.
Allison Murphy. She's 2 for 2. She's had a steal. And she'll lay down the bunt. And she beats it out. And Barlow advances to third.
Second baseman Hannah Shambliss.
And as I was looking down, Tucker advanced to second. So Murphy, excuse me. So she's got some wheels. So runners on second and third, 1 out for Chambliss. A 2-base bunt. You don't see that too often. Chambliss 0 for 2. And she has the chance to increase the Vikings' lead. Yeah, I was looking over to first thinking, I thought the ump said safe. I don't see a runner there. And then Mike, our photographer here, said, hey, she's at second. So it's 3-0 here, and there is a strike to Chambliss. So Barlow at third, Murphy at second. And that one hit to left. It's just foul. So it's a full count on Chambliss. 1 out. 2 runners on. And she hits it high in the air. The catch is made in center, but the Vikings will get another run as Barlow crosses the plate. 8-6.
Shortstop Allison Tucker.
So sac fly for Chambliss, and now we're back to the top of the lineup. Allison Tucker, the shortstop, who is 1 for 2 with a walk, and she scored a couple of runs. There's strike 1. 2 outs now. It's 8-6. Runner on third for Jeffco. Allison Murphy advanced on the sacrifice. And that one hit well to center, but right at the center fielder. So the Vikings do strand a runner, but they also score 2 more and have the lead again, 8-6. The Vikings have made a pitching change and really just a swap. Cameron Clark moves from first base into the circle, and Christina Bettis is now playing first. It's 8-6 after the Vikings added 2 more runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And first pitch from Clark is inside. Jamie Kluba, the right fielder, is 0 for 2. And that one in the air to left. McAteer backing up and makes the catch. McAteer's made a couple of nice grabs, tracking them down in this win today. So one away for Corey Fielder. And there's a strike. Cameron Clark is 3-2 this season as a pitcher. She has pitched 3 complete games when she started. Of course, coming in today in relief. She's a 4.42 ERA. It's 0-2, and that's high. Corey Fielder here at the plate is 1-for-2, and she singled and scored in the 5th. And that's foul. Over the fence. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes. And a strikeout. So, 2 away.
Left fielder Meg Barger.
Meg Barger will come in. She has struck out. She's also walked and scored. Ball 1. Here comes the 2-0. And now 3-0. And there's a strike from Clark. So 2 away here. A fly out, a strikeout, now 3-1, and now a full count. So Clark's come back to even, or to make it a full count, I should say. And the payoff pitch. And she stays alive. And there's a ground ball. It will get past the shortstop.
Back to the top of the order for East Central with center fielder Marissa Boyd.
So 1 on and 2 out for Marissa Boyd, the center fielder. She is 1 for 3. And there's a slow roller. Barlow handles it and over to Bettis, and that's the 3rd out. Vikings lead by 2. They'll come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th next. Abby Tiemann is 1 for 2. She also walked. She scored a run. Bottom of the 6th now. Vikings lead by 2. There's a pop fly and a nice running catch by the Falcons shortstop. So 1 away.
Now batting left fielder
That was Mallory Feldworth. track that down in foul territory. Now a bunt is laid down by Abby McAteer. She'll beat it out.
Designated hitter Abby Rolay.
1 on and 1 out for Abby Rolay. She doubled and scored back in the third. And another bunt attempt, but that one rolls foul behind the plate. Wind really picks up now. And Rolay right to the shortstop, and they will get 2. We move to the 7th. Vikings lead by 2 and have a chance to close this one out. Cameron Clark back for her second inning of work. And this is Katie Goss, the third baseman, and there's strike 1. Goss is 1 for 3. She had a double in the 5th inning. And quickly 0-2. And there's a grounder. Barlow takes it and gets the out. She had to find it in her glove for a moment, but there is 1 away.
Second baseman Alyssa Moore.
Alyssa Moore will come to the plate. She's 0 for 3, and she has 3 strikeouts. And there's a grounder to second. Quickly 2 away.
Coming to the plate, catcher Mallory Feldworth.
So Mallory Feldworth will hit with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And that one misses high. Two and 0. And 3-0. So it's a hitter's count for Feldworth. Clark delivers. And that's a strike. Gets away from Loggins, but no runners on. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Clark delivers. And there's a grounder to short. Another bad hop. So 1 is on, and East Central stays alive. Off the shortstop's glove, Lauren Grendelwald will come to the plate.
Now batting the catcher Lauren Grunwald.
Strike 1. Outside, the runner took off, but's back, is back, excuse me. As Loggins looked her back. Here comes the 1-1 from Clark. And that one is popped into the air, and the catch is made, and that will do it for this one. So Hannah Chambliss catches it, ends the game. The Vikings win it 8-6 and improve to 14-6 overall. Thanks for watching, everyone. Matt Keeney here with you. We will see you next time on JCTV.